Good morning, everyone. Happy Saturday or Sunday. I know sometimes some people it's Sunday.
And some people think it's like Wednesday, but it's not. It's Saturday, so have fun.
I usually have the problem where I think it's either Friday or towards the end of the week. I don't think I'd confuse unless you're on a mixed, don't have the weekends off.
Yeah, that's
your
true.
Your Wednesday is a Friday.
That's true. And then every day just kind of molds into every other day.
Uh-huh.
I have friends whose weekends are Sunday and Monday.
Yeah, my sister has off Monday, Tuesday, so her weekend's Monday, Tuesday.
You know what? And it might be fun to have a weekend that's Monday and Tuesday because then everything would be open, always open.
Yeah.
And people would
then when you go to touristy places like the beach or something, it's not crowded.
Be crowded. Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sounds like
there are benefits. So let's see who's here. So we have Lynette and Andrew Copenhaver, who said his first time live with us live for WikiTree. Welcome,
Woo,
Andrew.
He said, woo.
We have John. He says he'll watch the replay later. His niece's birthday party's today.
Nice.
Happy birthday to your niece, John. And Chris. Thomas, our member of the week this week, so go read all about him.
He absolutely was the member of the week this week. So we all got to see how closely we are related to Thomas.
I didn't actually see my connection to him yet, even though I made his, I make the little,
I have to go look.
Little circles, little avatars for the member of the week. My mom. Hello, Mom. Janine. David. Hillary. Donna. Betsy. Hello, Betsy. Tommy.
Betsy.
And Alexis. Alexis Nelson is on
Alexis
Facebook.
Nelson is here.
Oh, and then Betsy's talking about making coffee. I already made my coffee. I know Mags probably has her coffee already too.
And I may have found a blueberry M&M. Maybe. It might be blueberry. I'll let you know.
Yes, I do make those little avatars, Thomas. Look for the member of the week and the profile of the week. Those little circles.
I should have pulled up my coffee before we started.
Did John say how old his niece was? Did I miss that? Because they asked him how old his niece was. Boop, 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 boop. I probably missed it. I guess I did. I can't find it. Okay. Oh, 14. There it is. She's turning 14, so she's 14 now, or she's 14 turning 15.
You are 22 degrees from Thomas Chronoline, and it is through, of course, your mama.
Yo mama.
Yo mama.
Thomas is making a cake with blueberries later.
Thomas. I knew I liked you.
Oh, she's turning 14 tomorrow, so today is just a Saturday birthday party and then Sunday's her birthday. How nice.
It is nice.
Well, I guess we can go into
our. Oh, really?
Max, I think Max is always excited about the question of the week, but
I am because there's always so many interesting things to see and answers to find and answers to wonder about when you ask the question of the week. So let me get my screen share set up here. We'll look at first right off the bat. We'll look at Miss Sarah's relationship to Thomas Chronoline. How about that?
Is it a direct one?
No. Oh, it's green, isn't it?
Thomas, are we cousins?
Oh my goodness.
We have to show it though, Megs.
Wait, where's the relationship?
It's like, Mom, we're related to Thomas.
Oh, I didn't do it. How fun is that? Okay, question of the week. We had a good question of the week. And before we start, just on Facebook, if you go to Facebook, you're going to notice that Julie Ricketts and Kate Goodwin their faces are showing up to the left because every other Friday there is Friday date night. And so they were on yesterday talking about those important dates that are missing in our profiles, which are sometimes those dates and things. And if you are new to WikiTree and you really don't have any idea what it was or what it is, somebody asked me this. Why don't we ever explain what WikiTree is at the beginning of our talks on Saturdays? Because we just kind of assume everybody's here because you already know about it. WikiTree is a single global family tree that did something amazing this week. It rolled over to 28 plus million profiles. Woohoo! That's a lot of WikiTree. Let me see what the number is this morning. Go straight to it. It is 28,015,614. That's pretty cool. And 8,682,000 plus with DNA connections. So WikiTree is a free global family tree that is just free and accurate. And we not only work to make it accurate, we help each other learn about genealogy as we go. So when you join WikiTree, you get like a college degree in genealogy. If you join WikiTree, it's not really, but you know what I'm saying. So I answered that question of the week was, what is WikiTree? So the question of the week is very interesting this week. And it's, what's one of the biggest challenges that you've faced in your research? And there were lots of really good answers. And of course, on my little sheet that I keep, I wrote down all the big ones. And we had a lot of people talking about adoptions being the big issue in doing family research, or an event that happened where somebody was adopted into a family, or a fake adoption, or they were really the sister's child, but the grandparents raised them as their own. So they grew up, their niece was really their sister as they were growing up. Lots of interesting answers about adoptions. Name variations were one of the biggest things, or name changes happening. People talked about there being a language barrier where they don't speak Polish, or they don't know anything about Polish, and they're trying to figure out what a Polish record says. Common Irish names, or common Irish naming patterns, which I'm going to mention a little bit more in detail in just a second. People talked about having an access to information, and not only an access to information, but an access to accurate information. And let's see. And the all important facts and information that do and don't belong in those family lores, those family stories and tales that have been spun for centuries by family. So just to run through here, some of these are, let's go back to the first page. There were 40 something questions. Yeah, 40 answers in the G2G post, probably 20 answers in the Facebook post. And Lester Larrabee started it off in those family tales that we were talking about. He wanted to know or discover what his grandmother's truth was. He has a very interesting thing from his family that's from Dalhousie, New Brunswick, Canada, and saying that he found a lot of information in the Catholic records of Canada, which are called the Drouin collection. And he also used DNA, but he still has things that he doesn't know, so he'd love to be able to find that information. Yeah, Hillary, I agree. Biggest hurdle is births outside the marriage. That's another one. David Smith, slum enumeration. I've never really thought about this, but this is a really good post from David Smith. The biggest challenge I faced was constructing my father's side of the tree. Most of it marked as uncertain. The challenge is in slum enumeration. In a nice country village where the well-known vicar enumerates his parishioners, the chances are most of the population is recorded. In an inner city slum enumerated by someone who's local only by distance, I found only 1 of 8 out of 50, at least 50 dwellings were enumerated. So sometimes in those areas where there's not that connection, you might find that the records aren't quite as good. So slum enumeration, which is a new one for me, I thought that was very interesting. Let's see. Dieter Lawrence. Is Dieter in here this morning? Dieter was talking about the Druid.
But David was.
What's that?
David's in here. David Smith.
David Smith. Yeah, thanks, David. That was a good one. Thank you. And the Druid estate in Bernhof, there were no names given for any of the people, and so he's had a big issue with that. Janine Eiselman, she's got the name variation issue going on. Is it Eisman? Is it Eiselman? Is it Eisenman? And she goes through all of the different various stories on how some of the name variations are going on in her family. Illegitimacy. Hillary, where is Hillary? Hillary talks about her biggest challenge has been to discover my father's paternal line. Luck was on my side with the mother of my 2 times great-grandmother when I found her settlement examination in Southampton archives. Managed to get back as far as her grandparents on her mother's side. Very good answer, Hillary Gatsby. Let's see. And here is one about access to information here. Gregory Morris, short and sweet. And M. Ross, common Irish surnames is a big issue. Peter talks about the language barrier. What's going down here? Fact from fiction. Biggest challenge, sort out fact from fiction. I like this. Lots of cowboy trails on ancestry family trees leading to the wrong ancestor. I had that come up this week, and I was so upset I posted on Facebook about it. I ranted. And Jim Vincent. Let's see. My grandmother gave me a family tree that appeared to be accurate, showing us as descendants of the Mayflower. But it turned out the tree was inaccurate. However, most of my cousins had a copy of it, and they wanted to cling on to the tree given to them by their grandmother rather than accept the disturbing news that it was inaccurate. Yep. Let's go on down. And there was an area in Brazil where the indexing has been very slow. Like, so knowing a geographic. But do we have a Brazil project on WikiTree yet? Mm-hmm. I know that we've had South American. The other idea for some of these is to contact the projects and the geographic areas where you're researching, like the Ireland project. Let's see, what did Virginia write? Oh, she had a really good one. An incomplete family Bible. So the Bible has lists of lots of stuff, but it's missing some information. And why would a family Bible miss that information? So that's a big stumbling block. Danish naming conventions down here for Chris Scherer. You might want to try with the Denmark project. And then Chasing the Family Lore with Jay Eggleston. And Summer Seeley, an ancestor who's missing many, many, many years. Like just disappeared from the face of the earth for 40 years. That's crazy. Let's go on down. Oh, Jim Walker. Where are you, Jim? Let's go down to you. I guess you're on the next page. Jim Walker posted that he was having trouble making the information that he has in his family histories match up with the peerage books. Well, I have an answer to that. I have a line of Bacons that go back to this fellow Edmund Bacon as the earliest person in my line, who was connected by this guy named Gustave Anjou, who was a famous and notorious fraudster who in the late 19th century and early 20th century had rooked these people who thought that they were related to ancestors, who were the big gateway to ancestors, the barons of Europe. He connected all of these people to these people with no evidence. And so he is a big reason why there's so many fraudulent peerages for people. My specific line, Gustav Anjou connected my Edmund to this fellow who actually in his will says, I had no children. So this guy could not have been the father of my Edmund. And so thankfully, another WikiTreeer found that and helped get that disconnected for me. I didn't know about the Gustav Anjou deception in that part of the Bacon line. So there you go. WikiTree, post your questions in G2G sometimes if you've got big questions or big problems, because the G2G post, those people who hang out in G2G and answer those questions and do research for people, that's great. We had another one that was, she said that she couldn't get out and do the research anywhere because she couldn't travel to the location, whether it's because of, lockdowns or whatever right now. But in general, if you ask a question in G2G and say, I would like to have a local researcher help me with this, a lot of times you're going to find people who are willing to go out and do some research for you if you can't get there. So who is that? Oh, that's Mary R. So get out and let's see if I can find Mary. Yeah, Mary R. Mary, post that in the G2G that you can't get out to do some of your research and see if you have any people volunteer. I had somebody do that for me in Kansas. How about that? Somebody did it for me in Kansas, but they lived in Salt Lake City. I think that they had an inn at the Family History Center. Let's see. And Sandy Morley down here.
It was up more. You passed her.
Ben Molesworth. Yeah, I did. She's right above him somewhere. There he is. Sandy, my greatest challenge has been how to understand how to do something that is being suggested in a WikiTree email. She says the help is not helping her. Well, how about this? Find help. Let's see. Do you see that? Mentors, contact another member privately for personal help using WikiTree. So go up to the help menu, scroll down to mentor, click on that baby and talk to a mentor. Let's go down here to Ben Molesworth. We always like to say hey to Ben. Is he still here or is he asleep?
Yeah.
Are you awake? Nope, he's awake.
He woke up.
He's awake.
And he's here.
As far as Australia goes, I found the early days in Tasmania to be quite hit or miss with records, unfortunately. Well, of course, with all those Tasmanian devils flying around. Anybody else seeing the cartoon character? Most of my ancestors and that of friends and other trees are usually relatively easy to track to and when they came before they coming to Australia, but not easy if through Tasmania. And he calls it Tassie. I'm assuming that's the nickname. It certainly isn't to say that Tasmania Public Records website isn't good. It's probably one of the best in Australia because they provide photos of the original records for free. Nice. But I suspect many records have been lost, either that or perhaps due to the high convict population, there was a tendency not to report birth, deaths, marriages to the government of church. Who knows? Yeah, that sounds like a problem that's specific. Ben, have you contacted the Australia Project? Okay. And Pip Shepherd, where are you?
He's not here. Why is he not here?
I don't know. I'm going to answer his question. Where is he? There he is. Getting across the pond while I have a few lines back to Europe. Most of my lines stop at the seashore. Okay, so this is a little personal stuff here. If you are interested, on September the 22nd, I'm going to be presenting Jumping the Pond, Finding My Irish Home. Yeah, Jumping that Pond at the British Isles Family History Society of Greater Ottawa's conference. And here's the write-up. Genealogy and genetic genealogy can team up to help family discover its way to Ireland. Not an easy feat when the family believes itself to be Scottish. having lost the knowledge of its origins. Follow along as Mags, using this case study, reveals how discoveries turned a North American family's beliefs into an exceptionally large leap into a small northern Irish peninsula in the Irish Sea. So there you go. There's one other thing that I wanted to talk about. Somebody was talking about the Lloyd family of Pennsylvania to Ireland, or to, let's see, where was it? And thank you, Aowen, for answering a bunch of these questions. And Aowen pointed out in the Facebook post that there are a lot of questions that might be answered if you contact the project for the area where you're looking. Let's see. Oh, and if you're curious about DNA, getting started in DNA, Roberta Estes has a new blog, DNA Beginnings. Roberta Estes, isn't she coming up on the challenge here soon?
In October, yeah.
In October.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember who it was who was talking about finding out information about the Lloyd family. There's one of the things that I bought for the project that I'm working on, the presentation for September, is a book called Albion Sea, the 4 British Folkways to America. And it details the Lloyd family actually in this book. And that is in the section entitled, not that one. Let me look. The south of England to Virginia, no. North Midlands. Oh. The Exodus of English Puritans, Distressed Cavaliers and Indentured Servants. Anyway, it details the Lloyd family in here. So if you're interested, look up Albion Sea. That's a very, very, very sociological, anthropological work about the 4 folkway migrations to Canada. And so if you're interested, check out the question of the week on our G2G post, or go into the Facebook group and look at what other people wrote. And my notes are going, I got to date it. Should have been around yesterday afternoon for the date one.
And
that's the question of the week.
And just to let everybody know, Brazil is part of the Latin American project, which Mindy leads.
Yay.
And Mindy can kind of, I don't know if Mindy, you're fluent in Portuguese or you just know a lot of Portuguese. I don't know. But yeah, so they don't have their own separate project, but they're under the Latin America project.
Yay!
So do you know that Dear Myrtle has videos in each chapter of the book, Megs?
On Albion Sea?
That's what June just said.
I didn't know that.
Mindy knows a lot of Portuguese.
Mindy, can you post a link to that, please?
Oh, June was the one who said about the video.
Mindy. Oh, look, I'm getting my Mindy's and my... Oh! Look at Mindy. I'm getting my Mindy and my Junes mixed up.
Don't do that. Okay, so I guess we can do our profiles of the week now.
I guess
so. If we have to. I think I'll be able to pronounce all of these.
Oh, I gotta pull them up.
As they're all, because we're to mark the anniversary of the end of the siege of Atlanta for the United States Civil War. We're doing Civil War generals on both sides, the Union and the Confederate. So, and our main connection is General William Sherman. The middle name I'm not going to try.
Tecumseh.
So we'll start with him. We're in 1820 in Ohio. He was on the Union side. American soldier, businessman, educator, and author, and he served as a general in the Union Army during the Civil War, which he received recognition for his outstanding command of military strategy. Look, here's a picture of him on a horse. I love to look at pictures with animals in them. Growing
up in the South, we have the something that you would see on the side of the road. And my grandmother would always say, that's a Sherman monument. And a Sherman monument was the burned out hull of a house, and the only thing left standing was the fireplace chimney. That's a Sherman monument in the South. Just saying.
And apparently 3 U.S. states have named counties after him: Kansas, Nebraska, and Oregon. Fun fact. Okay, next we have, on the Confederate side, Robert E. Lee. Born in 1807 in Virginia. And died in 1870. Apparently appointed as cadet at West Point on July 1st, 1825 from Virginia. He graduated second in the class of 46 and was commissioned as second lieutenant. And Robert was the first cadet to achieve the rank of sergeant at the end of his first year.
Go figure, Robert E. Lee is my closest at 13. You are...
Yeah, I had 2 closest at 15. I was looking.
You were 16 from him.
So Robert E. he has a very long biography, so I would, if anybody's interested, go and read it.
Oh,
a little bit about Gettysburg and yes.
Pip, go back and watch the recording because I did a whole section on your question of the week.
You're late, Pip. Late. Do we have Robert E. Lee on a horse? Yes, we do. Look at that. It's a postcard, but it still counts. Okay, next we have Union side, George McClellan, born in 1826 in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Who is this?
He was also the 24th governor of New Jersey.
McClellan.
Look, here's him and a horse.
The horse is in the background.
Yeah.
So the painting with the painting in the background, or no?
Is what? Something about the background?
Nothing.
No. Oops. I hope we... Hold on. Things are going crazy. I hope we find a photo of each of them with the horse. No, that's my goal.
Of course.
Okay, not much on him on his biography, but there's a lot of sources. Okay.
Sorry. I've got to do it Southern style. I did not check to see if I was connected to any Yankee general.
Okay. So next we have on the Confederate side, Camille de... Oh, I spoke too soon saying I was going to be able to pronounce everything. Did I open it? Oh, Camille de Polignac.
Jules Marie Polignac.
Good thing Mags is here. She can kind of pronounce French. So he was born in 1832 in France. And also died in France. Oh, we actually know exactly what time he was born, at 2 a.m. on February 16, 1832. He served in the Confederate States Army for most of the Civil War. He began as a lieutenant colonel in 1861 and promoted to major general in 1864. For his service to the French as brigadier general, he was made Chevalier de la Legion honor. He got a medal. He got some kind of award. And yep. Well, that's interesting that we have somebody who came to serve as a
There was a lot of French support during the Union, during the Civil War. Lots of French support. Because, anyway.
We don't have a photo of him on a horse, though. That's unfortunate.
Oh, that is too bad.
I know. Okay. Now on the Union side, we have Ambrose Burnside, born in Indiana in 1824. He was the 30th governor of Rhode Island and a senator for Rhode Island. Oh, look! keeping our streak, except for one so far.
I can't even see Ambrose in my list. There he is. 12. He's my closest.
I think he was one of my closest.
And he's a
too.
Union man? Oh, my.
Oh, my.
Oh, my gosh. Through Mary Langston, who's one of the biggest. Anyway, yeah. Interesting.
So, here's a fun fact. Ambrose received the middle name Everett because of a clerical error when he enrolled in West Point, and this was used by him for the remainder of his life. Because his middle name was actually Everts, but it changed to Everett because of typo, clerical error. Okay, next, Confederate side, Nathan Bedford Forrest, born in 1821 in Tennessee. Let's see. He enlisted as a private along with his brothers. Look, we have a statue of him on a horse.
Of course.
And so I guess some stuff about his military career. And after the war, he entered private business as a lumber merchant and planter, later becoming president of the Selma, Marion, and Memphis Railroad.
For somebody asked if I was related to this fella, I probably am through that Teague connection, but the connection finder is not showing that connection. Oh, yeah, actually it is. Isabella Teague, Joshua Teague, but it's not showing it as a real connection. There you go.
Okay, next is Unionside Edward Gregory, born in 1804 in New York. Longtime abolitionist and temperance advocate, motivated by his deep religious beliefs. He formed the 91st Pennsylvania Infantry in 1861, served throughout the war, and he died in 1871. And he was also a lumber merchant in Cincinnati. Apparently, he claimed to incidentally help runaway slaves escape to Canada. And yeah, some of them have really in-depth biographies, so I'd suggest everybody going to read them. Try to learn a lot. Okay, next, another Ambrose. I have some Ambroses. I actually have in my family. Ambrose Powell Hill on the Confederate side, born in 1825 in Virginia. One of my last names is Powell, too. I know his last name's not Powell, but...
From the Hill family through your dad.
Yeah, Powell. That makes sense. Virginia. Powell. Yeah, that makes sense. Is it a direct connection or just a...
No, it's not direct.
So, Ambrose Powell Hill was a career U.S. Army officer in the Mexican-American War and Seminole Wars and a Confederate general in the American Civil War. Became one of the Stonewall Jackson's ablest subordinates, distinguished himself in the 1862 battles of Cedar Mountain, Second Bull Run, Antietam, and Fredericksburg. And he was killed in action during the Civil War. So he died in 1865 in Petersburg, Virginia. And we have three more. William Sewell? I don't know why that's difficult for me on the Union side. Born in Ireland in 1835. He was a senator for New Jersey twice, like Class 1 and Class 2. So, and there's not really much of a biography for him, but apparently he was also awarded the Medal of Honor. He died in 1901 in New Jersey. Next we have Gilbert Sorrell on the Confederate side, born in Georgia in 1838. He grew up in the Sorrell Wheat House that is now a historic landmark. And apparently he attained the rank of brigadier general. He died in 1901 in Virginia, in Roanoke, Virginia. Then our last one, George Custer on Union side, born in 1839 in Ohio. He was the United States Army officer and cavalry commander in the American Civil War and the American Indian Wars.
And had some bad luck.
What about bad luck?
He had bad luck.
Oh, he had bad luck. Why do you say that?
Because he was the commander of one of the biggest massacres in U.S. Army history.
And apparently also the Custer family lost a number of family members in the battle. In addition to Custer, those who died were Custer's brothers, brother-in-law, and nephew. And he was awarded Medal of Honor twice.
And interestingly, I wanted to point out for those who are of indigenous heritage, there is a source on his profile. And it's one of the things that is very interesting to see is how the Battle of Little Bighorn was won. And it is from the point of view of the Native Americans who fought in that battle, which often we don't think about the view of the Native Americans. So it's interesting. You should check that out.
And that was our last profile of the week, guys. We don't have a picture of him on a horse. Doesn't look like. Maybe? No. No such luck. Did people say who were they were most closely connected to?
We had a lot of people talking about. Mainly, it looks like we have a pretty southern crowd in our chats on Saturday, because a lot of people were talking about how they were related to different people in the southern campaign, shall we say.
Yeah, I have both. My mom's side was in the north and my dad was in the south, so I have both. I have a family who fought on both sides.
Thomas Kerneline has a friend who's of Cheyenne heritage, is descended from a man who served as a translator for Custer. That's interesting. More people. I've been trying to flash up the.
Okay.
Yeah. Some of the posts. Yay, photos.
I guess because it's the kind of the start of the new school year with this time of year, so our photo theme is school. So this should be interesting and fun. I would see all the photos people have uploaded. Probably a lot of class photos, I would assume, like this one from Canada.
Oh, Canada.
That's cute. Look. International Correspondence School Brochure in Scranton, Pennsylvania. Scranton, like from The Office. Sorry. Phoebe Moore's song in front of the Ringwood Schoolhouse with 8 of her children. So I guess that's not all of her children, it's just 8 of them. Oh. Royal Oak School in 1932. Apparently the person, Gloria Ophelia Simmons, is bottom row, third from right. So, her. Right there. I did the... Also in Canada. Oh, look, there's the actual Royal Oak School. Guess it's still there. That's cool.
That is cool.
Built in 1884. Oops. Went too far back. Sunday school class. That's a nice photo.
Oh, there's
From
people
West
up in the
Virginia.
windows. One of my
Did you
favorite
look? Did you find
pastimes.
anybody?
Yeah.
There's a guy over here. There's some guys over here watching.
There's somebody hanging out the window right next to him.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a cute one. Janine uploaded this one. Is that your mom, Janine? I don't know if Janine's still in here. Her mom or oh, her grandmother? I think that's what it says.
Ooh, Janine Eiselman. All those Galdens or Templetons ended up in White County.
Oh, Dieter uploaded this one.
Volksschule. What's in the window? That's just flowers? That's not a person.
No person. It kind of looks like there's an eye.
Yeah.
So. Oh.
Aw.
Joe Frank Seal, Tennessee. How cute. A teacher certificate. This was taken, this teaching certificate was from the Choctaw Nation.
Nice. Bessie McKinnon.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Both of my my grandmother and my grandfather on my dad's side were teachers, and my grandfather was a principal of the school.
Julie Ricketts just showed up. Julie, I talked about you and showed your picture. I did.
Julie? Like Julie?
Julie.
Julie, hi, Julie. Oh.
I bet he was the class clown, or he got into trouble. Look at him.
He looks like a mischievous smile.
Yes, he does.
Mischievous.
He's very mischievous. Robert Earl Dobbs somebody.
What?
His name was written underneath the picture.
Oh, Robert. It's hard Dodds. Grade 1.
Ewart Dodds.
Ewart?
Interesting
Who knows?
name.
Nebraska.
You know, I'm writing that down, Janine. I'm going to go
look at this kid's face right here. Look at his face. He's like making a very serious frown right there.
Not happy.
Nope. And he wanted everybody to know.
Paxton, Nebraska.
This one is in Pennsylvania. Red Bank School.
I see somebody in a window.
Oh, here? Are you looking there?
There's something going on.
I think it's a reflection of some.
Too bad.
No people in the windows this time.
People.
I want to see if there's any funny faces in this photo. No funny faces.
That was 1889.
There's probably a task to get all of the kids to stand still long enough to get the exposure of the photo.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't as fast as it's today. They had to sit for a couple minutes.
Charlie Hall Cavill.
1914. In Texas. Sand Creek School.
Oh, look. All the names are written around the edge. That's a great photograph.
It looks like some of the kids are looking the other way. 1934
Look at the guy
1935.
in the middle, the third row, third from the left in the back. He's like, I'm here, take my picture.
Yeah, he's super excited. They all look pretty excited to be having a photo taken of them.
Yeah. And they're all in overalls, like, coveralls for working on the farm.
It was in Iowa.
Iowa.
Landscaping school project illustration.
Ben is bemoaning the fact that there are no kittens.
I know.
No lambs.
No, we still have a few photos left. There's still hope. At least we have some photos of horses in our profiles of the week. So at least there's that.
So I can guarantee you that these kids walk to school in the snow at some point.
In Canada? British Columbia?
This is a picture of that story that we all tell our children. Hey, don't complain about getting on that bus. I walk to school for 3 miles in the mornings in snow.
That's a fancy looking school. My schools do not look that fancy. Oh, kindergarten class. How cute.
1920s.
One more page of photos.
26.
We still have hope for a kitten. This is a cute one too. She also looks like she's up to something.
Suzanne McMurray.
Oh, that was the last one. Darn.
Yeah. Darn. No kittens,
look at
no animals this week.
Maybe let's look at the GPG post.
Ooh, go back up. Was there an animal in that barn? No.
No, we'd seen that photo though, but no photo.
Did we see it? I didn't notice it.
No animals. Another certificate. County Superintendent Certificate of the 2nd grade. Oh, we didn't see this one.
Graduation day. Earl Carroll, 1945.
In Michigan.
Oh.
I'm disappointed that none of the class photos has one kid holding a cat or a dog or something.
A cat or a dog.
Oh, we didn't see this one.
We saw this one.
We did?
Yep.
Oh. I don't know how I forgot, but... Oh, teacher contract.
Derby.
Another fancy school.
Fancy school.
Fancy school.
Go back and see what he said. It doesn't say really. Photo is of grade 1 of my father. Okay.
We didn't see this one.
Ooh, look at that letter sweater.
Yeah.
Lettered in football at Alma College. Taken in 1947.
Joe Cool.
People are talking about their walking to school. June Budka says 2.5 miles uphill. Coming home was a lot easier. Lynette's talking about my mama had to cross a creek. I had to cross a creek in elementary school. And my dog followed me to school and would lie outside the door of the school until school was out. And until the school told me that he was scaring people. And I had to make him not follow me to school in the mornings.
I just want to point out the top of his photo says, yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, and there's a man walking.
I know, I saw that. Let's see. We saw this one. We saw that one.
Ooh, there's a next. We saw that one. And that one.
We didn't see this one.
My maternal grandmother.
Sorority. 1909.
Oxgonian, Oxonian.
Does it say up here? The Agonian sorority, also known as Alpha Kappa Pi,
Oh, okay.
as the Teachers Training College in Jamaica, Brooklyn, New York. Very cool. The fancy school we saw. We saw that one. We saw that one. And that's it. No.
Now, hold on a second. As a teacher myself, how could I not post for this week's theme? Here is my mother, age 6.
Okay. Oh, wait, sorry. I thought you were reading from the comment.
Age 6, I would guess. I'm not sure, but this looks like the first day of school photo to me. She attended public school number 8 in Yonkers. The school is still there, and I get a kick every time I'm in the area and drive by it. I would love to know what sparked the look on her face, and we were wondering that too. You said she looks like she's up to something.
This was Petsy who uploaded this one. I do like this photo. It's a cute one.
Betsy Co, you always have some great photos. I love that you're here with us, and I love that you upload great photos. Thank you. And that's Betsy's mom, the little mischievous kid.
What is she up to?
Hiding behind her book. So, that was great.
Yeah, good photos. While there were no animals, they were still good.
There were some horses.
Yes, I know. We did see horses at least. So next week, guys, I count on you every week to provide me photos. So before we head off, we have our WikiTree challenge. This week we're working on Laureen McGinnis Schultz of Olive Tree Genealogy. We do have some bounty points so far and some pending ones. And people are working on her Ontario lines, and we think that she will be very pleased on Wednesday when we do her reveal. So it's going great. We're doing awesome. Yes, and if anybody uploads a photo of llamas, I will be also extremely happy. So
uploads a picture of what?
A llama. My favorite.
A
Llama.
If you want to know more about WikiTree's challenge of the week, just go to wikitree.com and you will see the WikiTree challenge over there to the right with the big 500 brick walls broken symbol. So you can check that information out. Oh, and there's Thomas Kerneline.
There's Thomas.
Hey, Thomas.
I don't think I knew what he looked like until I saw that photo.
Yep.
Sometimes I'm always like, oh, because a lot of people don't actually have a photo of themselves sometimes on WikiTree. So when they're the member of the week, then I'm like, oh, that's what they look like.
And did it fit your image? Were you thinking of what was your image of Thomas?
I don't know. Maybe I thought he was. I don't know how old I thought he was. Yeah, I thought he was going to be older.
Yeah, I did too. Well, if you go to a genealogy conference, the majority of the room is older. So,
yeah. So, where does a rookie even start? Jill, are you new to WikiTree?
New to WikiTree. Oh.
Rookie. So we do. Okay, Max is going to show her page again.
Here
WikiTree can be overwhelming, and there is a learning curve, but take it one step at a time.
You see the upper right-hand corner? There are menus up there for everything. There's a My WikiTree menu that can tell you a lot of stuff. Your WikiTree ID menu can tell you stuff specifically about you, like searching for matches, name displays, your family tree and tools list, your descendants, your DNA. There's a really important one over there, the help menu. If you go down to the help index, if you're looking for something and you're lost, check out the help index. It'll get you hopefully where you need to go. And if you get to a point where you're completely lost and you don't know what's going on, go to the G2G and ask a question.
She just found out about us last week. Well, welcome, Jill. Thank you for finding us and using us. Don't be afraid to use G2G. Yeah, ask questions.
Ben posted that if you want to go and post in a G2G post, all of the people here in our Saturday will go and say hi to you on that G2G post. That's my challenge to everybody. Go and follow her, Julie Moore. Was it Julie Moore? Yeah. Jill Marie.
Show her the intro to WikiTree link. The intro to WikiTree on the help. Intro to WikiTree. So if you go to the help, there's intro to WikiTree.
There's some great things like this wonderful Leanne Cooper. I love listening to this. Here, Leanne's voice is so nice. Oh no!
Not an ad.
I'm not going to do it. I'm getting rid of that.
Jill can discover the.
Here you go. Find help index or intro to WikiTree. There you go.
She thinks we're. Oh, thank you, Jill. I hope you keep enjoying it. And then Julie is saying about the. I almost got my Jill and Julie confused.
Find intro to WikiTree. Julie's telling me the last link on the page. We have a series of short tutorials that help new members get started. Click here. Let me click there. Wow, look, climbing our tree, edit a profile. You know, I remember when you guys were working on this, Julie. Very good.
Well, that's nice. Benjamin just, helped somebody build their tree.
Can I show her something really quick? Here you go.
Yeah.
Jill Marie. If you're on a profile, let me find one to do for you. Okay, let me go down here to my surnames list and just pick one of my ancestors, say the very first one, Alan. If you go up here to the WikiTree ID and you scroll down here to research,
oh yes,
you get taken to the root search IO and it will autofill all of the information for your ancestor with all the information that they have. And you can search on all of these different sites, including WikiTree, and you can find information. So if I went to Family Search to look about my Allen guy, it would bring me to Family Search and it would show me all the records that are available. And then you can easily enter that record information. So Mary Allen is not my person. None of these people are my person. So that's, anyway, but if Mary Allen was my person, then I could go and I could find that information. And right here, I could just clip that little bit of citation and plop it into her profile. So there you go. That's a really cool thing to do, to be able to do research straight from a WikiTree profile. Okay.
Yes, and join us every Saturday, Jill. We always have fun.
And Julie says they're working on more new user tips. Bookmark stuff is one of my biggest.
Yeah, definitely. Always bookmark pages so you can find them again.
You can't watch this live again because we're only live once.
You can watch this,
but you can
watch this as many times as you want.
You can watch it during your lunch break. You can watch it in the afternoon. You can watch it all night long if you wanted to.
As your nighttime, as you're going to sleep, you can just watch us and go to sleep with us.
No, that's Ben Molesworth. He's the only one who's allowed to sleep.
He can watch us later, and watch us,
Nice. June says she learned something new every week.
There's something new every week. So do I. From the profiles of the week, I always learn something new.
Yeah.
Well, Benjamin also is being smart too, saying she can't watch it live again because it's only live once.
Yeah. Bye, Betsy.
Bye, flute
Bye,
student.
everybody else.
I guess we're also going. We should probably also, unless there is anything else, we'll probably head off too. Don't forget to watch Wednesday, the reveal for our WikiTree challenge. I'm
Yes.
kicking off the new person. And next Saturday, we'll be here.
Really?
Kathy falls asleep.
Really?
Are we that boring, Kathy? I'm sorry. So we will see you next time. All fare thee well. Like Thomas says, fare thee well.
Lovely
It was good seeing you, Julie. You should have popped in with us and been live with us.
Bye, Joe.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.